3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
Question of the week.
And, you know, we're starting to shape out the WrestleMania season, despite the report earlier from WrestleVotes that the WrestleMania card's been blown up and is being reworked again. And I'm like, okay, so it's every year. You know, we saw Drew McIntyre win the WWE Championship last year, and so now the question is, you know, we know Bobby Lashley is the WWE champion going into WrestleMania season. We know what Roman Reigns and Edge are doing. We know what Sasha and Bianca Belair are doing. So I thought, you know, Drew's been really kind of the backbone of Monday Night Raw throughout this entire year, pretty much. And, you know, now he loses the title, and, you know, he's in a feud with Sheamus where they're literally just two big guys beating the holy hell out of each other on Monday nights. But what do we do with Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania? Like, if you guys have the book, if you're putting this show together, what do you guys do with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania? Anybody want to go first?
I can.
Sure.
It's with the guy he's with right now. It's him and Sheamus. WrestleMania always has those big, high-profile like singles matches that aren't for titles. Drew was in one 2 years ago with Roman Reigns. Sheamus needs dance partner. I have a feeling that at Fastlane, vroom vroom, that they're not gonna it's not gonna come to a conclusion. Beep beep. And it's going to come down to WrestleMania, especially since it's like 3 weeks between Fastlane and WrestleMania.
Sure.
So like it only makes sense that it's Sheamus. But again, like I don't know what they're going to do with Mr. Lashley. Bob.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know right now where they're going with the with the WWE Championship. I mean, we have the theory, you know, and they threw a big guy that lives in Canada now. You know, they kind of threw his name out there on the WWE on Fox page last week, but you know, if that isn't the actual plan, yeah, I don't know exactly where we're going with the WWE Championship. I'm there with you, Tim. I'm kind of feel the same way. I think that Sheamus feels like the right answer. I've enjoyed their matches on Raw. I hope we don't get them every week between now and WrestleMania, though. Like, if that's the plan, you know, I think we may get something at Fastlane, and then something will happen, and we'll get them at WrestleMania. Like, I don't want to see it every week between now and Mania and then ask me to care when I've seen it for, you know, 47 straight days or, you know, in 6 straight weeks. So, but yeah, I mean, I think they could have a fine match with each other. I enjoy what they've been doing, but don't beat me to death with it and then expect me to care about it on the biggest stage. Matt or Mark?
I mean, it makes the most sense. The Celtic warrior versus the Scottish warrior, that we can have that rammed down our throat as well during the match. God, I hate everything about Sheamus. But
that's right. That's your guys' least favorite, right?
But I mean, it makes sense. You can honestly just like throw a dart at your board of wrestlers, and I think Drew would have a pretty solid match with any of them. But since this seems to be where they're going, And Michael Cole will get up for this one. I would say go for it. And if you do give it to us 48 times in a row, Jim will be forced to give that match an A-.
Let's see. How can I talk this thing up? 3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Mark, what would you do with Drew at WrestleMania?
Well, at this point, it looks like, as everybody else said, it's going to be Sheamus and Drew. It could be a battle between the Warriors. It's a shame the Ultimate Warrior is passed because he could be special guest referee.
We know how much Tim loves Warriors.
Well, they're doing the 2021 Hall of Fame. Why doesn't Sheamus and Drew McIntyre wrestle for the Warrior Award?
You could put it in a ladder match, too.
You could put it on a pole.
Put it on a pole, that's even better.
You can have them wrestling a kilt match. Whoever loses theirs first.
Yeah. Once again, it's a shame Roddy Piper's not with us.
Kilt on a pole.
I could totally. I think with great certainty it'll be the two of them in a WrestleMania match with some type of stipulation, whether it's last man standing or false count anywhere or something to that effect. But I don't think it'll be a regular wrestling match. It'll be a stipulation of sorts. But that is what it is. Kind of a shame for McIntyre, but
I feel like Sheamus will have to dial up the heritage though for his entrance for that show, because Drew already does the kilt and the sword thing.
Yeah.
So Sheamus will now have to come out with a pot of gold.
A sack of potatoes.
And a bunch of leprechauns.
We'll get Hornswoggle back out.
Now that would be funny.
Finley will announce him for the ring.
Yeah.
Now that'd be entertaining.
It's certainly good. But yeah, if it's not Sheamus, is there anybody that you can think of that you'd want to see him with?
I guess maybe Randy Orton would be the next thinkable one. If it's who I want to see him with, I don't know. It's tough because McIntyre's kind of a wrestler that needs the feud. He can have good matches with people, but there has to be the build-up. So you'd have to start a storyline quick, between Fastlane and Mania, to even get to that. And I don't know who they can throw him in with for a quick build-up to a match.
What about Keith Lee?
Yeah, because they kind of had that little dust up.
Yeah. They've got history. They'd steal the show.
That would be a great one.
Is he cleared?
Yeah, I don't know because he was quarantined because of Mia Yim, and then he was back at Raw but not on TV. Now he's out hurt. I don't know. I haven't seen anything what the injury is. So is it a bad injury that he won't be back for, or was it a minor injury that they just took him out of the match and now they're just waiting to give him reason to come back on? That's kind of the $1 million question at this point, but that would be a good one. Mark, do you have one?
Boy, you know what? Keith Lee's intriguing. I didn't think about that. Boy, honestly, I really couldn't think of anybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
Orton would make sense of sorts, but there really isn't anybody that, maybe Lesnar if Lesnar was still around in the picture, but I'd much rather see Lesnar and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, and I feel like if Lesnar's coming back to town, it's Bobby. There's one reason why. Recount Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?